Machamp and Golem. 2 out of 4 of Gen 1's trait evolutions, but 2 Pokemon that might be linked more closely than just that, as these might have been the first exclusive trait evolution Pokemon. A concept that was exclusive to Gen 5, but might have been planned for Generation 1 with these 2 Pokemon because of their pre-evolutions, and I'm going to show you why. What's going on, guys? Hybrid here. As we all know, Generation 5 being sort of a soft reboot of the series meant that a lot of the Pokemon that we got in that gen were essentially just better versions of Pokemon that we got in Generation 1. From the birds to the fighters and even the healers, we got a ton of similar Pokemon. But something interesting to note was that we only received 2 Pokemon for trait evolutions compared to Generation 1's 4. And on top of that, these 2 Pokemon, Karrablast and Shelmet, came as a pair, meaning that to evolve these Pokemon into a Escavalier and a Selgor, you could only trade a Shelmet for a Karrablast and vice versa, as through the trade, Karrablast takes on the shell and becomes a Escavalier, while Shelmet loses the shell and becomes a Selgor. Lockstin has a brilliant video on this that you should definitely check out, but the exclusivity in the trading basically comes from a beetle eating a snail, and the 2 co-evolving together. Yeah, it's pretty gruesome stuff. But it's interesting that the generation where we got a ton of Gen 1 replicas is the only generation where we get an exclusive trade. Why is that? Could it be that Generation 1 was supposed to have its own exclusive trade evolution? This video idea comes from a Reddit post from a user 6 years ago by the name of Extra Spicy Please, and I've been waiting to make a video on this for all these years just to share their idea. Similar to how Selgor and Escavalier share elements from the others pre-evolution, Extra Spicy Please notices the same thing happened with Machamp and Golem's pre-evolutions, Machoke and Graveler. Machamp and Geodude are fine, and once they evolve they just become bigger versions of what they are. Machamp becomes this bigger, beefier reptile man with some underwear when it turns into Machoke, while Geodude turns into a bigger boulder with an extra set of arms and some legs. Pretty straightforward Pokemon stuff. However, things change when Machamp and Golem get introduced into the picture. Going forward, Machamp actually loses its reptilian features with the shape of its mouth and teeth and becomes more like a dude, and gains an extra set of arms, while Golem surprisingly loses a pair of arms and gains reptilian features, becoming less like a dude, unlike the name of its pre-evolution. So, what gives? I know Extra Spicy Please put DNA Digivolve in the picture, but that's not what they mean, so let me explain. They're in a way proposing that originally, Machamp and Golem were meant to be exclusive trait evolutions to one another, that you could only get Machamp and Golem by trading a Machoke and Graveler, and nothing else, similar to Karrablast and Shelmet. And this makes sense for a few reasons. As we've gone over, Gen 5 took a lot of elements from Generation 1, so even if the idea was scrapped all the way back then, it could have been from way back then, and used as an inspiration in Generation 5. On top of that, Machamp borrows elements from Graveler, while Golem borrows elements from Machoke, so it could be possible. The only thing is, I can't find a reason in Machamp or Golem's origins for this to occur. The most I got is that Bulbapedia thinks that both Machamp and Graveler could be inspired by Shiva or Vishnu because of the 4 arms, but honestly, at least in Graveler's case, they probably just wanted 4 arms. That being said, I wouldn't deny that Machamp gets its arms from Graveler, and that Golem gets its reptilian traits from Machoke, cause I will say, the change from Graveler to Golem is indeed quite drastic, and coming from almost out of nowhere, so maybe, just maybe, these 2 were meant to be the first ever exclusive trait evolutions. I don't know where Alakazam and Gengar fit into this. Maybe they weren't exclusive trades, or maybe they weren't trades at all, but we have all 4 of them now and they're pretty darn cool. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Shout out to Extra Spicy Please for the Reddit post, and let me know if you guys got any cool video ideas of your own. You might just see it in the video. Take care of yourselves, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys all over on the next video, alright? Later.